Counting down in 3, 2. Happy to be joined by one of the big winners this past weekend at UFC Fight Night on October 15th. It's Jonathan Martinez back here on the program. Jonathan, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing awesome. I did not win by TKO over the weekend, so you're definitely doing better than me, man. But I see we're getting you in the car today. Where are you right now?
I actually came to you with my daughter. She only had 30 minutes, but it was so crazy because like all these little kids were in line if I could sign a piece of paper they had. So pretty much that's what I was doing, like signing these little kids paper, and then like the teacher's like, could we take a picture too? So it was pretty cool, like.
So you got mobbed by fans. People wanted to take a photo with you?
Yeah, because I haven't been with my daughter because I've been in Colorado for 13 weeks, so
right,
I haven't had time like to come eat with them or my son, and I just showed up, and then all these little kids started getting in line, and so it was crazy.
Is that something you're getting used to? Because I know you're not a big, you don't, I mean, I'm sure some people like the fame, but you don't strike me as someone who's like, really wants to embrace the spotlight. Was that weird for you?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it's kind of like good too, just seeing like other little kids get real excited and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was great, man. So that performance, man, TKO finish via leg kicks on Cub Swanson. Were you trying to up Chris Gutierrez? I know that's usually how he wins.
I guess it was just there, we worked a lot like that because he stands like a boxer, so we worked a lot of that and a lot of elbows, and try to mix it up a little bit. So it's just, I feel like every time I show something different, and then Coach Mark, he's really smart in this game, and he knows I just follow what he tells me to do, and I do when I fight.
I know he was a bit disrespectful during fight week. The whole getting his teammate to do the media day. I mean, I'm sure if you would have known that, you probably would have done that too on some of these media days, because I know you don't like doing the interviews. But there was that. There was a few other things. How did you go into the cage and not get emotional and not think about that? I was always curious about that.
Oh man, I think the one thing about me that it doesn't really hit me as much. Like when his name came up, I was really excited. I said yes. Like fight week was there. It was just like, it was nothing. I didn't really feel like, I was fighting him. It was just another fight. I was a co-main event. I didn't feel like I was a co-main event. It just, when I seen his interview, when he didn't say nothing, like, I felt kind of disrespectful. I felt disrespectful like, he didn't say nothing, I guess he don't think I'm nothing really. That he was just going to finish me and then go eat. And I was all right, I didn't let that hit me, I just had to go in there, and I just remember my coach telling me, he's like, remove the name, remove the face, just go in there and do you, and that's what I did.
Yeah, no, it certainly was, man. Was there anything about him at all that surprised you in the fight, or was it pretty much what you expected?
I pretty much would expect that. I know all he throws is like hooks, and he waits, he throws that straight, everything like that. So I work in a lot of elbows. I know you've seen like every time he tried to come in, I would just throw an up elbow and stuff, like stop him there and then throw the head kick and stuff. And, I just try to mix it up, something different.
Yeah. This has to be the biggest win of your career. Is that true? Do you feel that way? Was this the biggest win?
Yeah. It is one of the big ones, but it didn't hit me after when I won. Like I was like, damn, I just beat Cub Swanson. Like after that, I was like, it's crazy because I watched him for a long time. Like he is like one of my favorite. He's still one of my favorite fighters and stuff. Growing up and stuff, I used to watch in WEC, and I fought him. I was like, damn, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you were emotional after the fight, and for I'm sure there's a variety of reasons for that. Big win, a guy you've watched, a guy you took out. There's that disrespect factor as well. Was it that, or was it being away from your family? What was going through your head when you got the win? Because I know you're very emotional after the fight.
Yeah, it was that. I got like all the hard work. Like I bust my training. I train all the time, and then like I want to be home with the kids. I want to do all this with them, and I can. Because I have a job to do. I gotta stay focused and like come back to them, like. So I got kind of emotional. I was like, man, like I did it. I told my coach, he's like, man, like all that hard work is paying off. And I just come back and see my kids and stuff.
That's awesome, man. Love it. How did you celebrate after the win? I know you had to do some media, but what did you do after that?
I'm not really like a party guy. Like I just like celebrate with my team. So we usually go to like a fancy restaurant, eat something, steak, and then we just walk around.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh, let's go party, let's get drunk and all that.
You're not popping bottles at the club. You don't strike me as that type of guy, which is a good thing. I don't do that either because I'd
rather just eat somewhere good or just go walk around, and that's
Yeah.
my celebration right there.
What's been the feedback from the fans? I think a lot of people were happy to see you, get this big win over a really big opponent. You finished it. Have you been getting a lot of love on social media?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of love, and then I've been getting a lot of pretty much in my dad's side, the Mexican side, and then my mom's side too. Like I didn't know I had like a lot in my mom's side like that. Like they were just messaging me like they're really happy and stuff because I guess like the Salvadorian side they don't really have like no one like coming up like that. It's just pretty much a lot of violence over there.
Mhm.
So like seeing pretty much one of their kind like fighting there, like doing all these big things, so it just gets them happy and stuff. So I'm excited.
And the UFC was happy with you too, man. You got the bonus. What are you going to be doing with the money?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm sure talk to your manager, figure out something. Don't like I said, you're not going to blow your money or anything. You got a lot to worry about. But the UFC must have been happy. Like you get the bonus. Has there been any dialogue with your management? Because they must have been thrilled to see you get that win.
Yeah. I talked to my manager after. Like he was there, and I gave him a hug, and I was like, "Then I got the bonus." He's like, "Oh man, I don't know." Like I was like, "Hopefully, And then he called me. He's like, "You got the bonus." So I was all excited and stuff
That's
about that.
excellent. Cool. Did you see or talk to Cub after the fight at all? Was there any dialogue there?
I just talked to him. Just in the cage. I just told him it was an honor to fight him and stuff. I just told him thank you, and that was pretty much it. I just showed some respect on the internet and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it.
A couple of big fights in your division going on this weekend. We've got Sean O'Malley, Piotr Jan. I'm sure you're paying attention to that one. Just potential opponents in the future. Who do you see winning that fight? Because I know Jan's the favorite.
Yeah, I got Jan winning the.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. And what about the title fight, Sterling and Dillashaw? Who do you give the edge to there?
Oh man, honestly, I think TJ's gonna take it.
Yeah. Okay. How do you think he does it? Do you think he finishes him, or it's a decision? What do you think?
It's kind of hard, but I don't. I think the other guy, the only thing he has is trying to take him down, but I don't see TJ being in his bag the whole time. I don't see that happening. So yeah, I think he gets it done. I don't know if I finish, but I know he gets it done.
When are you looking to get back in there? Fresh win. It didn't look like you had really any bumps and bruises. Is that accurate? Or when are you looking to get back in there?
Whenever, honestly, I don't really mind. I don't really got bruises and stuff, just a little in my elbows and stuff like that. But just sooner the better, or whenever my coach says.
Because obviously for you, it's a little bit different because you have to go to Colorado and arrange everything because you're right now and you're in dad mode, right? And I know you're doing some training, but really when you get your fights booked, that's when you book the flight or drive to Colorado, right?
Yeah, that's what I do. When I'm here, like I train, but I'm here like more just spending time with my family and stuff like that. And when I go to Colorado, it's when I'm there like 24/7.
So I know you mentioned Dominic Cruz as a potential next opponent here. Has there been any update on that? Because look, if Chris can get Frankie Edgar, I don't see why you can't get Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, I said honestly, I don't even know why I said Dominic Cruz, like because I don't think they're gonna give him to me and stuff because he's up there and stuff, and so I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good if they did, but I don't know. I don't think so, but.
Well, let's say that fight did happen. How do you look at that from a style perspective? Because obviously Cruz is a really smart guy in the cage, but we just saw him get finished by Chito Vera.
Yeah, he's really smart. Like he knows how to like say what people are gonna do and stuff like that. But I feel like every time I'm in there, I have something new. So if it happens, I'll be excited for that.
Is there any other fun matchups in the weight class? I'm not talking about you like calling anyone out, but I'm sure you're looking at the division and saying, hey, that would be a pretty fun fight. Is there any ones that come to mind in the division?
I like Pedro Munhoz.
Okay. Yeah, see, that makes sense. So a veteran is kind of what you're looking for next, right? I would think.
Raw Fawn too, striker.
Yeah.
So looking at them two right there. So.
Yeah, we can make it happen. I think Rob, I think is probably not going to fight this year, from what I hear, because he's going to be a dad. So I don't know. Would you be willing to wait till next year, or I guess you want one more this year, right?
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter and stuff. Just whatever comes up.
Okay, that makes sense. That's good. And what about your contract? You have a couple more fights left, right?
I think that this was my last one. I think.
Okay. Well, hey, good position to be in. Hey, go to the UFC. I just finished Cub Swanson.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So that'll probably, obviously that has to get worked out too, get the new contract and then figure out when you'll be fighting. So hey man, you're in a good spot though. I mean, you got the bonus, you got the nice win over Swanson and, potentially a pay bump and a new contract here. You got to be feeling good.
Yeah. I feel really good. I feel like feel like all the hard work like is paying off. It's just so crazy because when I started like barely fighting, I was like coming up. I started coming out fast, and then like I kept getting injured, and then like I was like really close to quitting like when I was 21,
Really?
and because I wasn't really fighting and stuff, so just kept training and I just kept training, and then now I'm just here, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's hey, the hard work's paid off and the sacrifices too. Like you mentioned, being away from home, that's not everyone can do that, right? I know that's really tough for you, right? To be away.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because I see everybody. I see people's story and like they're with their kids, they're doing this, and then like my son, like he has a game. He's been having a game every Tuesday. He said, "Dad, are you gonna be able to make it?" And I'm like, oh, like I can't. Like I have to train, you know. So he's playing today, so I'll be there today to watch him and stuff. So
Plus, you have to room with Chris Gutierrez. I don't know how good that is, right?
yeah, no. And then people are tagging me. You should fight. Your next opponent should be Chris Gutierrez. I'm like, man, like it's my teammate.
Well, you know what's funny though? I think Chris told me this, or maybe you did, but weren't you guys supposed to fight back in the day, and then it didn't end up happening, and then you became friends?
Oh yeah. I was supposed to fight him, but he got scared. Nah, just
I'm gonna tell him that. No, I'm joking. So what is the plan for the rest of the week? You mentioned going to your son's game. Do you got any like cool like family dinners? Like what's on the agenda the rest of the week aside from talking to a guy like me?
I think because I'm really good at I really want like seafood and stuff like that. So I might do that Saturday. Go eat something like that. I love oysters, so you know.
Is Texas
So
known for that though? Aren't they more like barbecue? Is there good seafood out in Texas? I wouldn't know.
there's a real good one in San Antonio. Like
Mhm.
I think that's like the best one I've ever been, but it's too
Interesting.
far. So I just go here and they have a couple over here. So, but in
You'll
San
take it wherever
Antonio,
you can get it, right? It doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
And then when you're at home, do you like catch up on like Netflix or video games? I know you're with your kids a lot, but do you catch up on some of that stuff? Because I'm sure you're not doing a ton of that during camp, right?
Uh, yeah, you just watch. It's real weird sometimes because when I'm in Colorado, like I just start watching cartoons. Like I don't know, like when I'm off training and stuff, just relax. I just be watching cartoons and stuff like the old school cartoons, like
Mhm.
Ed and Eddie and stuff like that. Like let's be watching stuff like that. I don't know why I just get real. I guess I get like kid mode or something. I don't know.
No, it's good. Hey, listen, whatever, kind of takes your mind off fighting, right? Because I know, some fighters will watch a lot of fights when they're, like have some downtime, which I understand, but I can also understand why you'd probably want to break from that. Something completely different, right?
Yeah, because honestly, I don't really watch a lot of fights like in the UFC and stuff like that. Only
Mhm.
my teammates are fighting. Like I
Yeah.
watch him, but like this weekend I watch him because there's like a lot of 35ers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not like a big. I won't stay there and watch the whole card. Like I'll just watch like two, three guys I like there, and that's it, pretty much.
Well, and you know what? To be honest, and this is someone who covers the sport, it's hard to keep track, right? They're doing events every weekend. Plus, there's
Yeah,
Bellator. Plus, there's LFA. Like, there's so much MMA compared to what was on, even 5 years ago. There's so much happening, right? So it's hard to keep track sometimes, right?
yeah. So I don't really watch stuff like that. I don't watch it. Just pretty much, I just like to just chill, be home and stuff right now.
Yeah. And I don't want to cut into any more of that time, Jonathan. Thank you so much for the time today. If there's anyone you'd like to thank before we get out of here, sponsors, social media, anything like that, the floor is yours, man.
I was gonna thank all my crew, Factory X. I just want to thank everybody that helps me out over there.